welcome back to my YouTube channel. Yeah, we are here to show you what we did in making $1,000 on USD CHF and USD CAD. And how did I go about it? It was only one strategy that I used that fetched me the money. And what's that strategy? Order block. The last video I made was on Fibonacci. The new video today is on order block. Now I'm going to be fast and snappy about this. It's just going to be a 5-minute video. If you want to see full clip, full mentorship, you can reach out to me. We're going to go through the route carefully so that you'll be able to know the process. For those of you that don't understand, but if you understand with this 5-minute video, good and fine. So now let's go to the work real quick. So if you look here, right, there are two types of order block. There's this, right? So I'll be talking about both order block and breaker block. There's this and there's this. This for buy, right? So now this is another block. For instance, price is coming here and then goes here, then keep coming down, right? Coming down, right? The moment you start going up, you do not have to panic. Then it reaches this supply zone and starts dropping down again. Now while it's dropping down, right, it will create something like this. We receive this high, come back here and then keep going down, right? Now I'm going to point out the breaker block. This is another block. The fact that these have to, right, the fact that these have to reject from here, creating a liquidity and keeps coming down and then reversing back, it's coming back to this zone, is another block. And where this other block tends to work for you is on a higher time frame, you understand, and also on a smaller time frame, but higher probability setup goes for higher time frame, you understand. So this liquidity is going, this small rejection here, this small low, is being called a liquidity close to the POI, and that's your order block, right? So I want to see price reject from that zone down after clearing this liquidity. So it's going to reject from here because there are some retailers who sold from here to this side. So it's going to take them out and then keep coming back down, you understand. And this is where the whole thing about breaker block comes in. So breaker block comes in here. So breaker blocks is almost the same thing, similar to that. So breaker block is a failed order block. So here is a failed one, understand. It didn't drop from here and it went up, you understand. So it's a failed one. So there's a liquidity close to that zone. You can mark that as your POI. So once price rejects to that place and you see your liquidity close to that POI, it's going to keep dropping. I'm going to clear this low, this major low. So that's that for the bearish. And now we're going to go quickly on the bullish. So vice versa for bullish. Right now it does this, right? This video is already getting long. It does this and it keeps going up, right? And then it starts to reject, and it goes to it gets to this place, right, successfully, and then it starts going up, right? Start going up, create that small liquidity, then clear it, then come back down to touch this POI, then still keep going up to this. So it's the same thing here, right? It's the same thing here. I'll make the video longer. I was just going to increase the time, you understand. I'm going to make the video up to like 10 minutes. So I'll make it up to 10 minutes. So because I have to use examples. So if you look here, right, you'll see there's a POI here. That's the breaker block. The liquidity that was close to the breaker block becomes our POI. So once price tap in here, we're going to buy, put your stop loss below it a bit and target to sweep this high. The same thing, this model aims you big money. Look at it on Bitcoin. Did you see liquidity close to that side and it dropped, right? So this for the sell side. I've showed you an example. Now Now I want to show you another example on USD we did yesterday, because I told you I was going to show you on that. So USD look at it. Liquidity close to the zone. Let's go to the smaller time frame so you see it well. You can see, right? You see, it's still going back down massively. It's still going back down massively. You can see it's still going back down massively because it's on a 1-day time frame. But let's go to the 4 hours time frame where we took it for a scalp trade yesterday. You can see on the 4 hours time frame, you can see after price touch a breaker block already, right? Already there was no other block. Sometimes you might not see another block. You might not see another block, so you do not have to panic. But you might see a breaker block. So it did this liquidity, tap in and started dropping. Already we know it's already selling from that higher time frame. You understand? So it did the liquidity and started dropping. So that's for the breaker block, and I've showed you the other block. Now let's go to look for the buy side for Bitcoin. You see, we use that on Bitcoin. So now look at Bitcoin quickly, right? You see that Bitcoin created a liquidity close to POI, right? So how do I know that Bitcoin was still going to go? While I was watching, like I told you, it was creating higher low, higher low, higher low, right? Series of higher low. There are so many concepts behind this. If you notice, I'm still bringing up some new stuffs. So nobody taught me this, but I'm teaching you. I'm showing it to you because nobody taught me. So there's higher low, higher low, higher low, right? So I'm waiting for price to reach this zone. So why price is still going up, I need to catch it by at least a scalp buy to this zone. So what do? I went to the smaller time frame, right? And I looked for a POI that is very valid. That is this, because I need the liquidity to be close to that. But many people say this was close to this, right? But it was very far away from me. If you watch it, it's far away, right? Although it's close. So if it creates this one already, then there is no need of coming down more. But since there is no need of coming down more, because this demand zone was already valid. So if he has already created a solid demand zone, then there is no need of coming down to this zone. I hope you understand. So that's why Bitcoin took off. If not, it would have reached this zone and then keep going up. So that is not counted. But if we go to the 4 hours time frame, you'll see sometimes it tends to not respect a particular area. Sometimes it creates another zone and then take off. So that's what have been happening on all of these, on other block and breaker block. I taught you the strategy just now. You must learn that model. You must learn it. You must learn this model for you to be able to keep winning just the way we are doing it. You must know about the breaker block. You must know about the other block. I just taught you that. Look at the liquidity for this buy zone. So you must see liquidity close to your POI. Otherwise, you're just going to keep getting yourself stop loss. So you must see that liquidity being grabbed, and you must see a bullish for a bullish. You must see a bullish engulfing candle for a bullish scenario, and you must see a bearish engulfing candle for a bearish scenario. So I have come to the end of this video. I've explained to you how to use that on your chart. Now the next place is for direction, right? You see, you must know that you must know the direction on what direction is it moving at. You understand? And you must know the direction on what direction is it going to, like where is it going to and where is it coming to. That's what you must know to be able to apply these two models. If not, otherwise you just keep liquidating your account. And please, I want to tell you the secret. All this ICT, all those stuffs, all this rest of indicators and all those things will not help you. I do not call this, right? I do not call it SMC. I call it supply and demand. Advanced supply and demand. Because normal, before, people don't trade all this liquidity, just tap in and then boom, it just goes up. But now, this is advanced, and this is what the big institutions are using to take out your money. So I wish you guys all the best. Please do not gamble with your portfolio. Make sure you apply this model on your chart. And if you want to learn more, drop your text on the comment section. I wish you guys all the best.